look to reset, but we could have avoided doing a reset and instead have been quite conditional in our relationship with Russia. Condemnatory when we needed to be, imposing sanctions, helping on Ukraine so it looks like a harder target. That was another critical turning point.
So fast forward to this moment now, so we said in 2025, with the world as it is, not as we wish it were, what counsel would you offer your successors at the White House, at the Pentagon, in trying to end this war?
What we should be doing is understanding that we can focus on long-term. We should be focusing on making sure we have strong we should be investing in places like Ukraine or Taiwan, other places around the world that look like they could be the targets for the aggression of our adversaries.
I guess the pushback to that is that the Biden administration tried that, invested in a relationship with NATO, invested in Ukraine, and here we are with war still raging 2 years on.
I would say that's not the case. I think the fact is that the Biden administration also fell foul of hopes and fears. It just did it in a more kind of traditional vein, the same way that preceding administrations from George H.W. Bush through Clinton through George Bush, President Obama, all committed the same kind of Russia first mistake. Now it looks like there's a bit of a stark contrast because Trump has taken such an extreme approach to realism that it looks like the Biden administration did more than they actually did. The fact is that they also were a day late and a dollar short consistently in providing support to Ukraine.
When you argue for investing in Ukraine, is part of that argument more weapons to Ukraine? You make that case simple.
That's an essential nature of bringing the war to close. Parliament, to a certain extent, is that they could weather some of those losses because they have a larger population, they have a larger economy, but they can't do that forever. And the Ukrainians are feisty and fiery. They've historically had a higher morale, performed better on the battlefield, but they have limited human resources. And you're not going to find much of a compromise when both sides feel like they're on the cusp of winning or holding out or breaking the other side.
Last thing, do you see any grounds for optimism in the U.S.-Russia relationship? Understanding, as you've made clear, that you don't agree with the way President Trump is handling it, is it better to be talking than not to be talking?
I think it's a useful thing to have some conversations if those conversations are going to yield results. In this case, what needs to happen is we need to travel the road of folly for a little bit longer, where the Trump administration is going to attempt to bring the sport to a close, but eventually recognize that there is really no compromise with Putin. And then the question is going to be, do we want Russia to be the winner, or do we want the U.S. to be the winner? Does Trump want Putin to be the winner, or does he want to be the winner himself? He sees no prospect for Russia to compromise. The Russians are going to try to string along these negotiations. They're going to try to play at the fact that they're willing to end the war. But when they don't deliver, that's when there's an opportunity to rebalance and recognize that the support needs to go behind NATO, needs to go behind Ukraine if we want to bring this war to close.
Retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman. His new book is The Folly of Realism. Alexander Vindman, thank you.
Thank you.
You're listening to All Things Considered from NPR News.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Mathnasium, committed to making math fun and building confidence so students can achieve their potential this school year. Offering customized math instruction and individual attention to students in grades K through 12. Mathnasium.com. From EBSCO, supporting open source technology and making open platforms possible for libraries of all sizes. Learn more at EBSCO.com. From Moderna, committed to protecting people from COVID-19. The CDC recommends getting a second dose of this season's COVID-19 vaccine for those 65 and older. Doctors can advise about getting a second dose. And from the Skoll Foundation, dedicated to powering social innovators to transform the world. Learn more at skoll.org.
Another hour of All Things Considered is next at 4 o'clock here on Wisconsin Public Radio. Starting with a news update, Wisconsin Democratic U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin is warning cuts could be coming to Medicaid. That story and more coming up.
Support for WPR comes from Farley's House of Pianos, offering new, used, and restored pianos. Rebuilding heirloom pianos on site in the Farley's Restoration Workshop. Restoration info at farleyspianos.com. Wisconsin Public Radio covers the state. You can get the latest news from WPR delivered right to your email with WPR's news newsletters. Find out how to subscribe by going to WPR.org. You'll never miss a story with WPR's newsletter. 90.9 WUWS Ashland. This is WPR News.
Tariffs are going forward. One time, one schedule.
Americans are worried that President Trump's plan to tax imports could make inflation worse and consumer confidence is dropping.
Today is Tuesday, February
Eating a taco.
This is All Things Considered from NPR News.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Shapiro
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and get one.
also will head out with
Really pants, babe.
near unexploded
There's one to show us, so you better get it. Or the kids get it.
Here, olive trees and the white helmets are going in looking for emissions. Later in Kansas, one man is fighting in the state legislature for the right to keep raccoons as pets.
And the party's over for Party City.
The place in shop was Party City. That's where we went. Plus, this week's Unsung Hero involves
Do you
strangers
take
on
a nap with me?
Newscast.
Live
Little
from
bit.
NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Spear. 21 civil service employees are resigning from Elon Musk government cost-cutting scheme. As NPR's Bobby Allen explains, the workers say they refuse to lend their technical expertise to dismantling critical public services. 21 civil service employees, mostly engineers and data scientists, have resigned. They used to work at U.S. Digital Service, but have since been folded into Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. In a mass resignation letter posted publicly, the former government workers say, quote, "We will not use our skills as technologists to compromise core government systems, jeopardize American sensitive data, or dismantle critical public services." The former federal government employees say soon after Musk began Doge, they started to be grilled about their work and political loyalty by people who wouldn't give their names wearing visitors badges. Musk has said the Doge team is focused on shrinking the size of government and combating waste and fraud. Bobby Allen, NPR News. Republican leaders in the House are pushing towards a vote on a massive budget blueprint that includes a $4.5 trillion tax.
Babe, I just had to have your sexy bod earlier.
Business as usual.
Did you?
Republicans do not
You
pretend
met him again?
that any of this
Thomas.
that this budget resolution
Yeah.
has anything to do with
Cool,
fiscal
babe.
responsibility or keeping your promises
Like
to the American
It's cool, babe.
promise to lower the high
It's alright.
cost of living have done nothing
We can do it
about it.
Yeah,
Democrats
that's
say
fine.
tax cuts would not only drive up the deficit, but could potentially threaten federal spending for Medicaid,
I want
food
to.
assistance, and student loan programs. Meanwhile, House Speaker Mike Johnson and President Trump are
video,
working
video.
behind the scenes to get the votes needed to
I
pass
bet.
the resolution later this evening. The
Okay.
White House says it will choose its own press corps moving forward. NPR's Windsor Johnson reports traditionally the board
Oh,
of
that
journalists
sounds
cover
so
the president's daily activities, covered by the White House Correspondents Association.
White House Press Secretary Karen Levitt says it's beyond time that the press poll reflects the American people in 2025.
There are hundreds of journalists who show up to this building every single day and are not granted that luxury of flying on Air Force One and asking the President of the United States questions. And so we want to ensure, again, everyone has a seat at that highly coveted table.
The decision by the administration breaks decades of precedent. In a statement, the president of the White House Correspondents Association says the move cares at the independence of a free press in the United States by allowing the government
Taco
to choose
Tuesday
which
today, babe.
I guess so.
NPR News, Washington.
The bond market fell further from recent record run-ups amid heightened concerns about the confidence of U.S. consumers. The Nasdaq fell 260 points. The S&P 500 dropped 28 points today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was.
4:04. This is news from Wisconsin Public Radio. Good afternoon. I'm Doug Carlson. Wisconsin Democratic U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin is warning cuts could be coming to Medicaid as the Trump administration looks to reduce federal spending. The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reports nearly 1 million Wisconsin residents were covered by Badger Care Plus in the last fiscal year. Badger Care Plus is the state's largest Medicaid program. Budget Committee in the U.S. House of Representatives voted earlier this month at least $880 billion in cuts over 10 years to programs such as Medicaid. The Senate has identified its plans, and Senate Republicans have spoken out against Medicaid cuts. Medicaid won't be affected. The administration is looking at ways to increase the size and cost of the cuts. Medicaid is funded both by the federal government and the state. It costs over $12 billion a year to administer in Wisconsin, with the federal government covering 60% of the cost. A political group tied to billionaire Elon Musk has promoted an attack ad against liberal Supreme Court candidate Susan Crawford. Based on a different Susan Crawford, who's not running for Wisconsin Supreme Court. The ad ran for 4 days on Facebook, according to data from Facebook's parent company Meta. It was paid for by a PAC partly funded by Musk. It booked at least $1.5 million in advertising. Michael Wagner, communications expert at UW-Madison, says in an increasingly negative campaign environment, there can be a rush to get on the air with negative ads, and that can lead to mistakes. Crawford faces conservative Judge Brad Schimmel in the April 1st election. The Supreme Court race is on track to shatter spending records. Mild weather continues for much of Wisconsin. Overnight, there could be light snow in the north, rain and freezing rain for the south. This is WPR News.
Awesome, my drink.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other
Yeah.
contributors
What do you want?
Easy Cater.
There's a hurricane or Coke.
For food, for meetings and events from a nationwide network of restaurants, free-run programs, food, and managed food stuff. EasyCater.com.
I said the hurricane. I need a Coke
The
too.
largest source of funds for the WPR programs you enjoy comes from tens of thousands of individuals and families who contribute. You can hear your favorite programs and discover new ones thanks to member support. Find out more at WPR.org.
Oh.
From NPR News, I'm Juana Summers.
I'm Ari Shapiro. Americans' concern about high prices helped put Donald Trump back in the White House. But a month into Trump's second term as president, some people are worried that his policies could make inflation worse. Those worries contributed to a sharp drop in consumer confidence this month. NPR's Scott Horsley is here to explain it. Hey, Scott.
Hi, Ari.
So this confidence measure is from an economic think tank called the Conference Board. What do the numbers show?
They show that people are less confident in the economy now than they were a month ago. In fact, February saw the steepest one-month slide in confidence in 3.5 years. We saw a similar warning signal from a separate survey from the University of Michigan that came out last year. And people are worried that inflation is going to get worse rather than better in the coming months, which is partly a reaction to what they're seeing at the supermarket or when they go out to eat. You know, egg prices continue to soar as a result of avian flu. Denny's just joined Waffle House and adding an egg surcharge to menu prices.
Avian flu, huh?
They're also worried about President Trump's threats to impose taxes on imports. The Conference Board DSHAR says tariffs and trade policy came up again and again as a concern in this month's survey.
Consumers have been waiting a lot about it, and you can't open the news without reading something about how tariffs are going to impact inflation.
On this program last night, for example, we heard NPR's Joe Hernandez talking about how the president's threat to tax imported steel and aluminum could raise the prices for craft beer. Now the administration is deploying tariffs on copper as well. So people are paying attention to the possible price impact of that, and it's rattling their confidence.
Is that causing the president to reconsider at all? Is Trump backing away from any of his tariff threats?
Not yet, at least not rhetorically. Trump was asked this week about his threat to impose a 25% tax on all imports from Canada and Mexico, two of the country's biggest trading partners. But earlier this month, Trump hit the pause button on those tariffs in exchange for some border security measures. But now that was just a temporary reprieve, which means we could be looking at higher prices for tomatoes from down south, or 2x4s. The tariffs are going forward. One time
How many chocolates did you have, babe?
Today,
Yeah.
7.
Did you?
Yeah.
I figured it
He
was
believes
up
that
there.
shit. Fat fuck, man.
I knew it was up
I'm a
there.
big old fat fuck today.
In the
Jesus.
Conference Board survey, the drop in
Babe.
confidence was pretty widespread. It's across all the trades and income groups.
Well, I had to be
University of
eaten.
Michigan survey
Ain't nothing
Oh,
wrong with that.
partisan breakdown as well, and it showed, not
That's
surprisingly,
true.
that
It does,
Republicans are
does
still
have to
pretty
be.
bullish about the
And
economy,
it's so good.
but Democrats and
Yeah.
significantly independents are feeling more
That is some
pessimistic
good
about
dog.
where the economy's headed.
And how does that affect people's spending?
Yeah, that's the big question. Because what we see
I think it was
considerably
pork.
is that even when people say they're feeling greedy, they continue to spend money on things like travel and entertainment, and that keeps the economy humming. So long as the job market holds up and people keep getting paychecks, that's probably going to continue. But if it doesn't, then you're not just talking about a drop in confidence, you're talking about a real potential slowdown in
Lucky
economic
number
activity.
7.
Many of the people who answered the conference board survey
7
this week said they
tacos.
plan to
Taco
spend less
Tuesday.
on big ticket items like cars and TVs in the months to come, maybe take fewer vacations. But as with
The
Trump's
rhythm
tariff
of love.
plans, wait and see if they actually follow through on that.
NPR's Scott Horsley, thanks.
You're welcome.
During a brutal 14-year civil war, the regime controlling Syria dropped hundreds of thousands of bombs and other munitions on its own civilians. Now, Syria's new government must clear these unexploded leftovers. NPR's Emily King and Jawad Rosales spent a day with the team doing just that. Syria is covered with unexploded bombs. Some of them are mines, buried underground, waiting for some unlucky passerby. In the village of Kirbat Nahal, they fell from the sky. Local resident Tamer Faisal Mohammed heard the planes come on December 6th, 2 days before Syria's regime fell. He says regime allied forces were trying to strike military bases nearby in a last-ditch attempt to halter rebel advance. And on the main road leading into his village, planes dropped cluster munitions, bombs that split into dozens of smaller explosive munitions when they hit the ground. By some estimates, the Assad regime dropped up to 1 million munitions over Syria, and many of them remain in the ground. Mohammed says sometimes they blow up cows, sometimes children. The United Nations says there have been more than 400,000 incidents in Syria, often fatal, with unexploded bombs in the last 9 years alone. But today, Mohammed says this is the first time someone has come to clear the bombs. Clearing them up are Syrian civil defense
Full.
workers, mostly from the White Helmet,
Yeah, me too.
a rescue organization based in Syria.
Oh, well, I guess you are.
The team we're following today is led by this man, Hassan Kofaz. He's a burly, bearded man who projects a supernatural calm. He's been doing this
You
work
better
since
drink some more,
2014.
babe.
You better drink some.
I'm
Just
gonna.
months after starting, he says he accidentally stepped backwards, right onto an unexploded
I'm gonna roll with
munition
Jay.
that blew up in less than a road meter. Tofaz says he contemplated giving up his work. All he wanted was to be able to walk again. And he did. He wears a prosthetic now, and he went back to disposing of bombs and missiles.
That's what people
There's just
say.
too much need for people like him, he says. And that's why he's now here, hands on hips, the picture of
Oh, rum.
concentration.
What did I say?
Men looking for
Did I say rum?
Yeah.
There's the wide open fields,
Duh.
grapevines are planted here, olive trees, and the white helmets are going in now with these bright yellow sensors looking for munitions. They walk deliberately in tandem, step by step, carefully posted. The day before, Tofaz says they found 12 cluster munitions here, and they've only checked half the field.
Did you fall asleep, babe?
As the men work. One of them is Samira Saad, taking a stroll with her husband. She doesn't
Are
know
you mad
him,
at me,
but
babe?
tell her bombs were found just steps from where she was standing.
I promise.
She says she
Okay.
takes this road every day to buy bread. Then a call goes out from Tofaz's men. They found something? It's a type of cluster bomb. Tofaz cleared enough munitions to know this particular bomb will need 24 sandbags filled with earth set around the bomb to safely contain a controlled explosion. The other day, his men had to fill 265 sandbags to safely clear a missile that had landed in front of a hospital. detonation arrives, Tulsa's supernatural calm breaks, ever so briefly. He says this is the only moment when he tenses up. There is zero room for error. Tulsa double checks that everyone has moved back and instructs me to take cover behind a cement wall before ordering the detonation. Success. Now, we've spent hours in the bright sun, all for just one cluster munition in one field outside one village. Tulsa personally has dozens of more reports of other munitions from other residents that he has yet to attend to. Tulsa says he thinks it will take more than 100 years to remove all the unexploded ordinances in Syria. They'll be back again tomorrow, and the day after that. Dropping the munitions took just a few seconds, but it will mean a lifetime of work for these men. Emily Fang, NPR News, Homs, Syria.
Time now for My Unsung Hero, our series from the team at the Hidden Brain podcast. Stories of people whose kindness left a lasting mark. Today's story comes from Caitlin Shetterly. In March 2014, she boarded a flight from the West Coast